tell you right now, through downtown Knoxville, heading out to the West Knox side. So we'll check on that in just a moment. But first, let's get you updated on some issues, some projects that are seeing some adjustments, some changes that could impact you, whether it's this weekend or as we head into next week. So a couple of them that really jump out at us is bring in our maps here for a second. So we're focusing in right now on I-275. Of course, they've been working on the overpass there. They shut down 275 a couple of weekends to really tear down an overpass and put one in. I mean, it was amazing to watch. We were able to watch it all play out on the TDOT SmartWay cameras. Hopefully you had a chance to look in on it. But again, 275 right now moving along fine, but there are still some things that they need to do. There will be another complete closure coming up in the fall, as we have told you, and that will not coincide with the Tennessee home game, so you don't have to worry about that as far as getting down to Neyland or downtown for the game. They will schedule it when they are either off or on a road trip. So we'll let you know when that weekend is announced. But as far as what's coming up here soon, I-275, you're going to be watching for some road construction activities that we're going to have a temporary impact on traffic. That's the latest here from TDOT. This coming out not that long ago. Matter of fact, they sent this out last night. But beginning at 7 p.m. on Sunday, there's going to be intermittent lane closures on 275 North. This is the bridge over Elm Street. So let me, here we go. I'm grabbing the wrong gizmo here. Let's zoom in here. This is the spot that we're talking about right here over Elm Street. This is where they have been working. So it's between I-40 and Baxter Avenue. And this is the area that they have been focusing on. But beginning 7 o'clock Sunday night, there'll be intermittent lane closures. Crews make some pavement marking repairs. This work is expected to be completed by 6 a.m. on Monday. So the good news is it'll be Sunday night into Monday morning. They should be out of the way by the morning drive. But if you are out and about on Sunday night and you use I-275, maybe you are downtown, you're heading back home to North Knoxville or anywhere north of the downtown area, this could cause some issues for you. So again, make note of that. But this will be starting up on Sunday night. We're going to let me bring in the TDOT camera here for just a second. And there is a live look at that area. So it's this side here. It's that northbound traffic. You can see where they've been working. They've had some lane closures earlier this week, trying to smooth things out where the bridge and the actual road come together, trying to make the drive a little bit more enjoyable for you. But they still have some work to do. And that's what they'll be tackling on Sunday night, beginning at 7 o'clock. But as we just mentioned, that should wrap up by about 6 o'clock Monday morning. Again, favorable conditions will help here. If there's a change in the weather, they may have to delay that project. But as of right now, I think they should be okay on Sunday night into Monday morning. But we will continue to keep an eye on that. And we should know we have a lot of information on the 275 project on our website. You can also go to TDOT as well. They've got information for you there if you really want to look at the breakdown. If you're into engineering to see how much as far as the beams and how much this and that they use to do this and pull this off in a very short amount of time, it is interesting to take a look at. But you can go to their website for you. They'll have a lot of information for you there. Another project that we've been talking about forever, and we will be talking about for many more years to come, at least until 2027, I think, is when this is all supposed to wrap up. But this is going to be Alcoa Highway. So here's what's happening here. So Alcoa Highway, right there at Governor John Sevier Highway, they've really just had a redo on this interchange and how this all plays out. You've got the wraparound here as far as trying to merge on. Remember, you would actually have a stop sign and would have to wait for traffic trying to exit there to get on John Sevier before you could go. Well, now it's a lot more free-flowing through that interchange. But coming up for you, 7 o'clock, and this is 7 p.m. on Monday, northbound traffic along Alcoa Highway will be shifted to the right of its current configuration near John Sevier Highway. The traffic shift will allow space for the construction of a median barrier wall in that section. Southbound traffic on Alcoa Highway will not be impacted. So if you have any business late Monday heading to South Knoxville, to the airport, to Blount County, you're going to be fine. It's northbound traffic where you could see a little bit of a change. The work is expected to be wrapped up by 6 a.m. Tuesday morning, so it'll be late in the day Monday into early Tuesday morning. But watch for that lane shift northbound Alcoa Highway right here at Governor John Sevier. So just make note of that. You will see that coming up for you on Monday night. So just another step in this long project, this improvement project for Alcoa Highway and that interchange in particular right there with Governor John Sevier. But already moves a lot better through there. Obviously, you got to slow it down to 45 And that is pretty heavily patrolled. So if you haven't driven through there in a while, just kind of keep that in mind. You don't want to be in a big hurry, but there will be some changes that could throw you off, especially northbound beginning Monday night into Tuesday morning, and then all that work should be wrapped up. So again, watch for that coming up on the early part of next week. Okay, other spots we want to watch for you. If you're going to be heading downtown this weekend, you've got a lot of activities is usually going on. First of all, weekend pedestrians continuing with West Jackson Avenue between State and Central Streets. You're going to have you'll have a closure from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Friday for the first Friday block party hosted by Old City Knoxville and Dogwood Arts. Again, watch for that closure downtown from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. today. So it's already underway, or should be, well, shortly here. It's not quite 3 o'clock. So, but coming up in about just under 30 minutes, we'll start to see that closure. But again, that's going to be West Jackson Avenue between State and Central. So make note of that, that you're going to have those closures, all due with the Dogwood Arts Festival there in the Old City. You can kind of see the area up here. There you go, right in that area there. Market Street between Union and Clinch. You've got between Walnut and Gay also will be closed to cars at 4 p.m. on Friday through Sunday. This is all part, they've been closing this area down there at Crouch Park, Market Square, make it a pedestrian zone where you can kind of get out, walk around, not have to worry about traffic. Visit all the shops, restaurants. It seems to be going well, especially when the farmers market is down there. You don't really have to worry about looking for traffic. It's a great opportunity for you. And then South Central Street will be closing from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Saturday. That'll be between East Jackson and Willow Avenues. One Knox will be back in town. They've got a street party going on. Of course, the stadium is over here, but they close down this short little section here of Central. They'll have music. A lot of things going on there. A great way to get fired up. Usually the Scruffs are there with the drums and getting everybody ready to parade over to the stadium. But again, that'll be from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. You're going to have that closure. You've got the game coming up on Saturday. So again, watch for that. But lanes on Jackson and Willow near the stadium will also be closed from 5 to 11 p.m. on Saturday as well. So you'll have some closures down there near the stadium as One Knox back in town again as their season continues. So great to see that. If you ever had a chance to take advantage of any of that, definitely do it. Always a good time, whether it's for One Knox or for the Smokies. They will do it from time to time as well, have the street parties before the games. All right, that's how things look right now as far as some things to think about. We talked about what's happening downtown. Oh, actually, one more thing I want to touch on here before we move on. Let me bring this back in for a second. Totally forgot here about Blount County. Sorry for those of you there in Blount County. That ongoing project there, Carpenter's Grade Road. We've been talking about this one for you as well. Phase 2 of Carpenter's Grade Road project is underway. Due to the project, workers, large equipment may be present. Drivers asked to slow down, obviously, when going through that work zone. So if this is an area that you either work near or live near, you are probably all too aware of when you need to slow down and the work that's been going on there. Ralston Road at Carpenter's Grade is closed until August 27th. Ralston Road traffic being detoured to the relocated Cochran Road. City of Alcoa electric lines have been relocated. Old poles were going to be removed when the communications lines have been relocated. So a lot of work still needs to be done. Many times when they do these road projects, utilities are also impacted. Relocation work for gas, phone lines, cable is ongoing. Crews continue to work on water, sewer utility crossings as well. Installation of storm drains on Carpenter's Grade continues. Construction of retaining walls expected to begin Monday, August 4th. So just another step in this project, but they're going to start working on some of those retaining walls there. So just another area, something else to watch for in this project. And then I want to bring this up for you here. Well, where did it go? All of a sudden it disappeared on me. We had a map for you here. Here you go. There it is right there. The temporary traffic light at Carpenter's Grade and Cross Creek Drive will begin flashing on August 4th. All right, so it's going to flash for a while to kind of get your attention, let you know, hey, there's a traffic light coming here, and then eventually it will switch over to its normal functions. But again, a temporary traffic light at Carpenter's Grade and Cross Creek Drive will begin flashing on August 4th. Again, it's all part of this project that we have been following here along Carpenter's Grade Road. So again, just kind of watch for that if you're in the Blount County area. So a lot going on with that project. Again, throwing in the retaining wall as well. Just another step there that you'll have to watch out for when those crews are in place. All right, now we're going to take a quick break. We've got a lot more we need to talk about. We've got more projects. TDOT sending out its weekly list as well. We'll get you up to date on anything new or some of those projects that are continuing. We'll let you know what's happening. But again, we'll talk about that coming up right after this. So stay. All right, welcome back to the WATE 6 on Your Side newsroom. I'm Bo Williams, as we do every Friday. I want to get you up to date on traffic and projects going on. I want to make sure you get to point A to point B safely and as quickly as possible in some cases, and let you know if you need to take detours or just be aware. So we already talked about some projects coming up next week involving 275 Alcoa Highway, Carpenter's Grade Road. We also talked about the pedestrian zone and some of the events happening near downtown. We're going to have some street closures, especially in around Market Square and in the Old City. One Knox back in town this weekend, so check out the soccer match. But I want to get back to the roads here for a second and some projects. TDOT sending out their list, and a little bit longer this time around than what we've seen here during the summer. Of course, there may be some. We're going to start seeing things pick up again. They're trying to get some projects done now through the early part of the fall. So let's go ahead and jump into some of this and find out exactly what's going to be coming up, some things that you need to be aware of. And we're going to start things off for you up in Anderson County, up near Rocky Top. Beginning on Wednesday, watch out for some possible temporary lane closures. They'll be overnight. So the good thing is a lot of these projects, you're going to see some of these projects happening during the overnight hours, but it will still impact some traffic and truck traffic as well. That is for sure. But between 8 p.m. and 6 a.m. the following morning, crews are going to be performing some guardrail repairs. This is I-75 North near mile marker 128. So this is near the Rocky Top area. We'll kind of zoom in a little bit tighter. It's near the interchange here with 441. They're going to be working on the guardrails, again, from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. That will start up on Wednesday evening. So watch for that. Hopefully this will be a one-night deal, one-night stop and shop, if you will, for the crews to take care of this. But obviously weather can always change that. But that's going to be coming up for you if you are in Anderson County. Let's go to Blount County, a project we've been talking about for a while. This is 162. That's Pellissippi Parkway between Cusick Road and State Route 133, or I should say State Route 33. So we'll zoom in. So here's Alcoa Highway. Here's 33. Cusick Road right in here as we zoom in a little bit tighter. They've been doing some blasting in this area. They've been doing quite a bit of work, and you can still see some more lane closures as they are still working here. But basically what's going on is you can watch, they're doing some bridge work in that area. Watch out for possible brief rolling roadblocks between the hours of 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. daily. Again, that's for blasting operations. Be alert for changed conditions. Of course, workers will be present, but this will be more in the middle of the day. So 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. stretch of Pellissippi Parkway between Cusick Road and 33, which is Old Knoxville Highway. And just a reminder for you, you see these barrels, if you're on the TDOT website, you can click on them. They'll give you the details, a lot of the stuff that we're talking about here. So you just need to kind of refresh your memory when this is supposed to start, when it's supposed to end. Many times that information will be for you there. Sometimes they'll also tell you exactly what's happening that day, so you can get a feel, too, of what's happening with the project, and you can follow along, if you will. But that's one that's been going on in Blount County for a while, that section of Pellissippi Parkway between Cusick and Old Knoxville Highway. All right, let's go to Cott County for a second, where the work continues and will be for some time along I-40. I just wanted to remind everybody, still down to one lane, both directions. Of course, it's that time of year. A lot of you may be planning that last-minute trip to the beach or looking ahead to Labor Day, making one last big summer trip, if you will. I know a lot of kids heading back to school here soon or are already back. I do want to bring in the TDOT SmartWay camera in that area, though, give you a live look if we can here. This is near Hartford. There you go. And again, this camera is because of, I'm sure because of the signal there, the Wi-Fi. Not always going to be crystal clear, but you can see there is traffic. There goes a truck. It's kind of see-through, but you get the idea. One lane of traffic both directions here, and that's all the way like this up into North Carolina. So just make note. You still have the options of heading up to Johnson City, hitting 26 and coming in north of Asheville that way. They're making a lot of progress in Unicoi County on the roads there. So one way or the other, either you're going to add some time going up to 26, or it may be just a little bit longer heading through I-40. As long as there's no hiccups on that one lane of traffic, you should be okay, but no truck traffic will definitely slow things down for you. as you head up through the mountains. But I just want to remind you what's going on there. You can see as you get into North Carolina, quite a few delays there. You see where it goes from red to yellow as we zoom in a little bit tighter. Just after you get in to that side of the mountains, you will see some delays, and it will impact both directions of traffic. So again, just make note of that. Just depends on the truck traffic and whatever you get stuck behind through there. All right, another area that we're watching for you right now is, let's turn the page. Let's bring it over to Jefferson County. This is I-81. And this is right after the split. So we're talking right there at mile marker 0, up to about 7.5. We'll hit the barrel for you right now. It's a pretty good stretch, about 7 miles worth of work that you have to look forward to. Crews there working nightly between 7 p.m. and 6 a.m. This is a resurfacing project. Current activity right now, and again, you can click on this at home and get the latest updates, but milling and paving operations on the Jefferson County section of I-81, both directions are impacted. Lane closures nightly, again, 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. So that's what's happening with this resurfacing project. We had a pretty bad accident in that area about 2 weeks ago. But again, right now, crews will be out there later on this evening working, weather permitted. But again, watch for that along I-81 as that resurfacing project is continuing. And then speaking of resurfacing projects, we'll bring it to Knox County for a second. And really, I mean, we could take this one wide for you. It could be anywhere along I-40 in Knox County. They have been doing some milling and paving. We've seen it overnight when that work has happened. Truck traffic coming through, especially in West Knoxville, where you've got 75 and 40 coming together as just one entity, if you will. We've seen some pretty significant backups, and they will last until the early morning hours. So just make note of that. The crews will be out there. Usually the work starts around 8 o'clock at night. Should wrap up by about 6 o'clock the following morning. Not really clear exactly where along the interstate they will be working each night. Just depends on how much progress they made the night before, weather conditions as well. But boy, through here near Paper Mill, Wise Garber, some of those spots, we've seen some pretty significant backups as of late. So again, that's just some of the projects listed by TDOT that they're going to be working on. Remember, you can always go to the website, click on the barrel if it's out near your area. Any of the counties, these are where some of the big projects are going to be going on, and you will get the latest updates for you there. Here's an example for you. We'll head over here toward 441. We'll click there. That's that widening project, the grading, drainage, retaining walls, paving on 441 from south of Simpson Road to Hendron Chapel Road is continuing. So kind of get you an up-to-date on exactly where things stand there. If you live in South Knoxville, South Knox County, and you travel through there, that's what they're working on right now. So great ways to kind of keep up to date on the progress in your area. All right, that's how things are shaping up. When we come back, we're going to head around the area and find out exactly what's going on right now out on the interstate on this Friday afternoon. We'll talk more about that when we come back. Stay with us. All right, welcome back, everyone, to the WATE 6 in Your Side newsroom. We are getting you up to date on the latest on traffic. So we're going to make our way over to the TDOT SmartWay cameras, take a look at how things are shaping up on this Friday. We've kind of walked you through some of the projects that are coming up. You can still see those marked by the barrels. We'll take the barrels out of the picture since we're going to be just talking about today's traffic right now. I want to check in on some of the cameras. The good news is we're not seeing any alerts right now, so no accidents. No disabled vehicles, nothing like that that's going to slow you down right now. It's just heavy traffic for you on a Friday. And many times, as you know, if you're heading westbound on 40, especially from about downtown all the way out to about Pellissippi Parkway, things can get pretty slow. So let's check in, first of all, on the interstates and take a look at 40 westbound. Live look for you right now. It is about 251 coming up on 252 Friday afternoon. Westbound traffic at the top of the screen going from right to left right now, pretty heavy. Again, this is one of those areas that it doesn't matter what time of day it is, always seems to see heavy traffic right now. And a lot of that is because you're heading toward the merge with 75 out near 640 Paper Mill area, and that's when traffic starts to slow down. But right now it is moving, not stop and go. Eastbound coming back into downtown looks just fine for you right now. It's popped up, so let's take it. 275 at Oldham. Traffic there looking good for you. Got a bag making its way down the inside shoulder there. Looks like a garbage bag. Hopefully it doesn't throw anybody for a loop, but right now it's making its way down the interstate along with the traffic. So a little bit of litter out there on the roadways. Don't know why that all turned to blue, but we'll click on a camera here and see if it makes any difference. There we go. Live look for you, I-40. This is out near the West Hills area. Traffic there looking okay. Not a major problem. This is out near Westtown Mall right now, so looking good for this time of the afternoon. Let me see here. I'm going to bring in another map, and we'll pull this back out. I don't want to look at all those little blue boxes. There we go. We'll zoom back in for you. Get a little bit further out west now, and this is a live look out near Bridgewater. And this is where things start to change. That's eastbound traffic moving away from you right now, starting to slow. And this is pretty typical out in West Knoxville. We'll see those delays from about Level Road all the way to about Bridgewater, Walker Springs. Sometimes it'll go a little bit further east, maybe all the way to Paper Mill. But right now, it's moving. It's not stop and go traffic. So actually, for this time of day, I would take that. I wouldn't be too worried about it. But once we get back toward Pellissippi, we're starting to see some traffic starting to stop. That's that right-hand lane. And you'll see that a lot of times people trying to exit onto Cedar Bluff. You've got people coming on from Pellissippi Parkway trying to merge here, and that's why you see some of the slowdown in that right lane. So if you're coming into town here soon, get in that left-hand lane. It'll be a lot smoother for you. That right-hand lane definitely starts to slow with all the merging traffic coming on from Pellissippi. A little bit further out here, out near Level Road, Campbell Station, those areas. This is Campbell Station Road. That is eastbound traffic right now, looking pretty heavy as well. Westbound, not bad, but eastbound, again, we're starting to see some of those delays, so just kind of make note. No problems coming out of Oak Ridge right now. Many times we'll see slowdowns as you're making your way, getting ready to cross the Clinch River there, coming towards Solway, but right now you should be just fine. No major problems. We'll take a look at Pellissippi Parkway. This is just before you get to Topside. Traffic there looks great on Pellissippi. Sometimes eastbound I-140 will start to slow, but right now that is not the case. So some good news south of the airport for you as well. Traffic right now looks great. So if you need to pick somebody up or you need to catch a flight, you're going to be just fine. Not seeing any issues for you as we continue to bounce around and kind of show you what's happening around the area. Now we'll bring it back closer to Knoxville, to the downtown area. This is Alcoa Highway near Cumberland. North and southbound traffic there also moving along for you. Keep in mind, it won't be tonight. They usually don't do it on a Friday night, but during the week, we've had a lot of rolling roadblocks late in the evening, so watch out for officers there, and any rolling roadblocks should not be an issue for you this weekend, but watch for it beginning on Monday if you're traveling there, possibly even Sunday night. All right, this is I-40 over near Cherry right now. Traffic there looks great, so if you're on the east side of town or maybe you're heading out of town, you should have no issues, no slowdowns for you, at least there. But once you get to the 640 interchange, let's see here, we're seeing some red, so let's see. Well, it is a little bit heavier traffic. This is I-40 eastbound out near as you're approaching Asheville Highway. And right now it is starting to slow down. But again, you got traffic merging off from 640. You have 40 traffic. Everybody's coming together. Some people trying to jump off onto Asheville Highway, and sometimes that will cause some delays. Westbound coming into town from East Knoxville, Jefferson County, Sevier County, looks good right now. No major problems for you. Do want to point out here, just north of town, not a camera there, but as you can see northbound, if you can make this out, it is highlighted in reds, yellows. This is Broadway. All right, it's heading up toward Fountain City. Here's Tazewell Pike also. So that northbound traffic, a lot of people may be heading home early today. Maybe try to make the most of the upcoming weekend. Of course, school will be starting back in Knox County next week for a lot of the kids. But northbound traffic looks heavy. You got a lot of traffic lights through there as well, but especially northbound traffic right now on Broadway and Tazewell Pike, especially heavy at this hour. So make note of that. We'll see. We'll check the camera here. 640 should be fine, though. No major problems. Yeah, it's clear as a bell, east and westbound. But it's just once you hop off the road, you get in the shops and a lot of the restaurants, what have you there, that's definitely going to slow things down. Let's head further out east for a second, where we are seeing some of the roadway shaded in yellow. That means we are seeing a little bit heavier traffic. And again, that's what we are seeing here through the TDOT Smart Way cameras, but everything seems to be moving along fine without any major problems. So eastbound right now, 40 looks good. Westbound still moving along without any issues. We'll head out toward 407. They have been doing some work in that area, but right now, no problems for you. Traffic looks great. This is the exit, obviously, to Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg. Right now, everything moving along fine. We do have a little barrel there. Let me get you up to date on what has been happening in this area. We'll click on this. Just resurfacing work, and we talked about it happening in Knox County in the overnight hours. We've been watching this as well in Sevier County. Still doing that milling and resurfacing different sections of I-40. That's going to be just not Knox County, but also out in the Sevier County area. So let's see, milling and resurfacing operations on the Sevier County section of I-40, nightly closures during the week, 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. Speeds. Really, they're only dropping speeds to about 60 miles an hour, so it shouldn't slow you down too much. But again, you do want to be careful, and we have seen some backups, especially when we have that heavy truck traffic late at night. That could cause some issues for you. But Obviously, right now they're not working on anything, and they shouldn't this weekend. Usually that should start back up Sunday or Monday night. Bring it back out toward the 4081 interchange as you're getting closer there out in the Jefferson County area. Traffic right now looks good. We showed you the camera in Hartford where everybody's going down to one lane as you get ready to make your way through the mountains. Should not have too many problems there, but we will take one more camera look here. This is I-40 just past the 4081 split. So if you're heading toward Cott County, Newport, those areas, you're going to be just fine. Should make some pretty good time. Not a lot of traffic for you at this moment. And we mentioned the work being done in Unicoi, just another option for you to get to and from North Carolina. Here is where that is. If you want to get a look here real quick, they've been making a lot of progress on the 2 overpasses that were damaged. Here you've got all lanes open. There is still one bridge that they are working on in that area. But right now it doesn't seem to be too bad as far as traffic-wise. So just another option for you. Always want to remind you as you're coming through Irwin there, if you do decide to take that, it's a beautiful drive. You don't have the twists and turns you have on 40. It's more up and down, I guess is the best way to describe it. But right now traffic seems to be rolling along just fine. Again, another quick scan. No alerts being posted, which is great to see. No major backups. For a Friday afternoon, we're actually in pretty good shape. Just one more reminder for you coming up on Sunday night, 275, you will have those lane closures northbound where they've been working on the overpass there on Elm Street. That should wrap up by your Monday morning drive into work, but that will be happening Sunday night on 275, weather permitting. And then again, just another reminder for you, you will have a shift on I-4 or on Alcoa Highway northbound there at Governor John Sevier. So I don't want you to be surprised. Southbound traffic will be unfazed, but as they continue to rework this interchange, you will see a shift in the traffic there on Alcoa Highway northbound. Again, that's coming up for you on Monday night. All right, so that's how things are looking right now. As always, we'd love to hear from you. You can always send us an email. You can give us a phone call if we can. We'll try to find out what's going on with a certain project, or maybe you'd like us to look into something for you. We can definitely do that. You can also reach out to TDOT. You see a giant pothole, maybe a guardrail that needs to be repaired, 833-TDOT-FIX. That's 833-836-8349. All right, have yourself a great weekend, and we'll do this all again next week. All right, be safe, everyone.